Today we're talking about a secret, high-stakes race that's happening all around us. It's a race to replace every single digital lock in the world before a new kind of computer shows up that can break them all wide open.
Just think about that for a second. Every secure message, every financial transaction, every government secret, your entire digital life, suddenly laid bare. This isn't some sci-fi plot. It is the very real question that's kicking off one of the biggest technological upgrades in history.
So what's causing all this chaos? The quantum computer. You know, for decades, this was just a theoretical idea, something for the distant future, but not anymore. Development is speeding up, and its unique power to solve certain problems is on a collision course with the math that our entire digital world is built on.
Okay, so not all digital locks are the same, and that's absolutely crucial here. On one side, we've got what's called asymmetric crypto. Think of this as the master key to the internet. It handles things like digital signatures and lets us start secure conversations. A quantum attack called Shor's algorithm doesn't just pick this lock. It completely shatters it. It's a goner. Now, on the other side, we have symmetric crypto, which is what we use to actually scramble our data. A different attack, Grover's algorithm, is kind of like a brute force attack on steroids. It cuts its strength in half. That's bad, but it's fixable. We just have to double the key length. So the real fire, the immediate emergency, is with that first type, the asymmetric crypto.
So you're probably thinking, okay, this is a problem for whenever those quantum computers actually get here. But here's the twist, and it's a big one. The damage is already being done, right now. Adversaries, especially nation-states, are not waiting around. They're making their move today.
And they're doing it with a strategy that's as simple as it is terrifying. Store now, decrypt later. You'll hear it called S&D. Basically, it's a massive data heist playing out in slow motion. They are sucking up unbelievable amounts of our encrypted data, everything they can get their hands on, and just saving it, stockpiling it on hard drives, waiting for the day they finally have the quantum key to unlock it all.
It's a really simple two-step heist. Step 1 is happening as we speak, harvest now. They intercept and hoard encrypted communications. Step 2 is the payoff, decrypt later. The moment a powerful enough quantum computer exists, they can go back to that treasure trove of data and read everything, revealing secrets from years, maybe even decades in the past.
So what exactly is in these digital treasure chests? The most valuable long-term secrets you can imagine. We're talking about things that need to stay secret for decades. National security files, a company's secret formulas, your private health records, long-term financial data. Basically, anything with a long shelf life is a prime target and is already being collected.
This brings us to a really neat way to figure out how urgent this is for you. It's called Mosca's inequality. Let's break it down. X is how long you need your data to stay secret. Let's say 20 years. Y is how long it's going to take you to upgrade all your systems to be quantum safe. Maybe that's 5 years. And Z is the number of years until a quantum computer arrives. Now, here's the scary part. If X plus Y is bigger than Z, you're already in deep trouble. It means your secrets won't stay secret for their entire lifespan.
So that begs the big question, right? What is Z? When is this thing actually going to get here? Well, nobody knows for certain, but this survey of quantum experts from 2023 gives us some pretty good clues. Just look at that 15-year mark. Almost 2/3 of experts think there's a better than 50-50 chance a machine that can break our current encryption will exist by then. The takeaway here is that this is not some far-off, distant dream. We're looking at a 10 to 20-year horizon.
Okay, so the locks are breaking, our data's getting snatched up. It's a bit grim. So what do we do about it? Well, we build better locks. A whole new generation of unbreakable codes known as post-quantum cryptography, or PQC.
And what is PQC? Simply put, it's a brand new family of encryption algorithms. They've been designed from the ground up with one goal in mind, to be tough enough to resist attacks from both the regular computers we use today and the quantum computers of tomorrow. This is the replacement for those vulnerable locks we talked about earlier.
So how does it work? Well, it's based on completely different math. Our current security relies on math problems that, it turns out, quantum computers are just really, really good at solving. PQC is built on a whole different foundation of problems that are believed to be incredibly hard for any computer to solve, quantum or not. The front runner right now is something called lattice-based cryptography.
Now, you might have also heard about something called quantum key distribution, or QKD. It's super important to know the difference. Think of it this way. PQC is software. It's flexible, relatively cheap, and you can deploy it on the infrastructure we already have. QKD, on the other hand, is hardware. It requires super expensive, specialized gear like its own dedicated fiber optic lines, and it has real limitations on how far it can go. This is exactly why the big security agencies around the world are all pointing to PQC as the practical, scalable solution for everyone.
So we have the new locks, great, but now we have to actually change every single lock in the entire digital world. This isn't just a software update. We're talking about a massive, globally coordinated engineering project, probably the biggest cryptographic upgrade in history.
The group leading this massive effort is the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST. Way back in 2016, they kicked off a global competition. They basically invited the smartest cryptographers in the world to submit their best ideas for quantum-safe algorithms, and then they had everyone else try to break them. After years and years of intense vetting, they finally picked the winners and have now started publishing the official standards, giving everyone from governments to your bank a clear roadmap to follow.
You know, the real endgame here isn't just to replace one set of algorithms with another. The ultimate goal is to build something called cryptographic agility. What that means is creating systems where you can swap out the cryptography easily without having to rebuild everything from scratch. That way, if some new threat comes along in 20 years, we won't have to go through this whole global fire drill all over again.
So how do you pull off a switch this massive without, breaking the internet? The answer is a really clever hybrid approach. For a while, our systems are going to run both the old classic algorithm and one of the new PQC algorithms at the same time. A secure connection will only be made if both of them work. It's a brilliant safety net. It protects us from the future quantum threat, but it also protects us in case there's some unexpected bug or weakness in the brand new PQC algorithm.
All right, we've covered the threat, we've talked about the solution, and the massive global project to get us there. So let's bring it all home. What does this race against time really mean for us? What are the big takeaways?
If there's one thing to remember from all of this, it's that doing nothing is the absolute riskiest thing you can do. The time to start preparing is now. But that doesn't mean you have to solve everything overnight. The focus should be on making what are called no-regret moves, steps that will improve your security today, no matter when that quantum computer finally shows up.
And these aren't some vague, abstract ideas. These are real, practical things any organization can do. First, figure out what cryptography you're even using. Make an inventory. You can't protect what you don't know you have. Second, start asking questions. Talk to your software and cloud providers. What's their plan for PQC? Third, do a risk assessment. Where is your most sensitive, long-term data? And finally, start building for that agility we talked about. Any new system you design from today forward should be built so you can easily swap out the crypto later.
And that brings us back to the beginning. For the last 40 years or so, we've built our entire digital world on one fundamental assumption, that our secrets could be kept safe. That assumption is about to expire, and the question we all have to answer is, will we be ready when it does?